Hey, Tanya. Nice to talk to you today. Okay, well, let's just get right into it. The predominant question is, how can I help? What are you feeling stuck on?
So thank you so much for taking out time to meet. And the things I'm feeling stuck on is I have a Substack and also have a Twitter. And I am trying for it to grow, and I am not sure. Twitter, especially, like I feel like I like send message on the void, which is okay. Like I enjoy it being that way, but I think like with greater outreach, like having it be bigger could be fun, and I could meet more people and yeah, so my Twitter and my Substack, I'm trying to grow it and I'm publishing kind of very frequently on Twitter, kind of frequently on Substack and not.
Hmm.
So yeah, any thoughts you have there? And then I feel like also in general I have a tendency to do like too many projects together. And or like when I'm feeling creative, I do a lot of things, and then when I'm not I go through seasons of creativity and no creativity. When I'm feeling creative, I start a bunch of shit, do a bunch of shit, but like I don't think I do like devotion to one. Like I just kind of like go 15 tabs, like honor it, everything. And it was just curious, like how do you manage like having a lot of creative projects and like finishing them? And because I'm doing a lot of side things for fun, so I'm like, should I be like goal oriented of like I should be doing XYZ, or should I just do whatever feels good? I want to
Yeah,
make progress, but I don't want to be like lost in the sauce. I don't know.
definitely. Um, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to answer the question. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, like kind of rapid fire.
Sure.
They might seem irrelevant or unrelated, but like a big part of, a life is like one thing. And
Right.
so figuring out how to help somebody in your particular circumstance requires me to know a little bit about your circumstance.
Sure.
So the first question is just like you mentioned wanting to make progress and also wanting to grow. And I'm just curious, like, what that means. Like, what's the point of the progress? What is there at the end of growth that you want?
I don't know. It just, that's a great question. I think it just should feel like X input leads to X output. So when X input doesn't lead to X output, you're like, what am I doing? So to feel energized by your input, I think seeing some X output is just valuable. That's important for growth. Um, and like in terms of writing, for example, Substack, it's like very like rewarding. It feels really good when like people when something you write resonates it with people and it feels like it matters. When nobody reads it, it feels like it doesn't matter. And should I be writing more? Maybe I'm a bad writer, whatever. So it like energizes me to create more input, to have more output.
But like, what's the point? Like, let's say all you had all the success that you wanted. Like, what would you be doing with it?
Um, I mean, there's no point like that. There's no point at the end of the day with anything. It's like it's just like the doors that open, I guess. Like paths are created by opportunities. I don't know. Like I don't know what my future entails. Like if I become like this popular writer who has like 20,000 subscribers or 30,000 subscribers, like what can I do with that? I don't know. When I get there, I'll do some things with it, and maybe I can like start like book reading stuff or like I don't know, write a book or something. I don't know exactly what I'll do with it, but I think like path leads to places. So like you just have to walk on the path. So yeah, I mean
But you
making
can walk
money
on any
with it.
path you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. We can move on from this question. I'll come back to it. Yeah, I want to talk about money. So first of all, do you have enough money? Like, can you afford to pay your rent? Do you have all the money to pay
Yep,
your bills? Can you afford
yep,
a home?
yep. I work in big tech, so I have like pretty good money. Like
Okay,
not like crazy,
so
not like, but
sure,
like pretty good
but
enough.
like your financial needs are met, and then
Mm-hmm.
are you like spiritually happy? Are you like happy with your life? Do you have loved ones? Like, what? How are you feeling in terms of all of your other needs?
I think I'm feeling pretty good. Like right now, I go through seasons. I go through seasons of like really feeling really good and feeling really shitty. I'm like a very like
Yeah,
devoted to season person. But right now, I'm feeling great. In general, yeah, I have like a lot of loved ones. Everything's great. The reason I want, like, I feel like I do like a technical job, and I'm like, I feel like I'm a more creative person. So I'm finding all these avenues to like do other creative things. Like I just started a graphic design course. I'm like writing. So if I could create like at least some adjacent expression money wise, or just like I think money just like legitimizes it in some ways. I know it shouldn't, but like it just legitimizes it some way. And if I could like create more avenues in creative expression, is what I'm looking for, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing I'd do is I'd say just like drop the money thing because it's misleading you. That's like my first piece of advice, and we'll talk about that in a second. But
Hmm.
like we'll get around to it. I think by the end of the call, I'll probably have you convinced that it's like yeah, money legitimizes it if you have no other idea what legitimizes it. But the point of
Right.
this call and the point of your work as a creative is to figure out what legitimizes your work, and it's almost never going to be money for creatives. Um,
Right.
because it's just not a good way to make money. It's like better to
Right.
make money in the economy by doing industry and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's not to say that you can't make money. It's just the thing that legitimizes the work should be something, and then you can make money. But that's irrelevant. So the question I have now that's just worth kind of exploring is like, yeah, like what do you want to say? What is the thing? Like, why you say you're creative? Like, why are you creative? What do you want to say to people? What have you been trying to say since you were a kid that you just have never been able to convince people of?
There's no one
And
thing.
it
I
can be
just
many
feel like
things.
yeah, there's just no one thing. It's just I feel like I have a lot to say. Like if you see my writing, it's around the theme of like friendship and like anxiety and like all the things I've felt. I feel like I just have a lot to say, which I do express with like
Yeah.
friends. But like producing a piece of like writing or like a tweet is like a different way to express, which is not in a one-on-one interpersonal way, which I really enjoy. That I feel like I can express myself fully. In fact, I feel like I take less space in like I have so much to say that if I like create all these things, then like I can be more present with other people. Otherwise, I'm just like, listen, I got to tell you, blah, 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 blah. And like, I am a worse listener if I don't create. And I think I'm a
Hmm.
better listener because now I have like capacity to absorb. Before I only had capacity because I have so much to say. So that I guess so yeah, I think you're right. I'm actually agreed on second thought, like it's not about the money, it's more about like feeling like it matters, like just expressing and then just creating and like having
Hmm.
other people read it just feels good. I don't know, not because they can give me money or that can make me money, but just because it feels like I feel seen.
Yeah. Um, what would happen if you just didn't change anything? What if you just kept writing the way that you're writing now and you just didn't worry about it?
um I mean, probably that's fine, it's like not the worst. I mean, I will probably just do that. That was my plan. And I was just
Hmm.
hoping if you had better advice of like what I could do or what I should do.
Well, the question is, are you stuck? Like, what are you actually stuck on? It sounds like your life is going really well and you have a writing practice and you say all the things that you want to say.
Right. Yeah. I guess there's like some latency between when I scheduled this call and like today.
Mm,
So in
yeah,
between that latency, like the feelings are moving. So like today I don't feel stuck. On
yeah,
this today, I'm like feeling like, oh, I just want to create and it doesn't matter. But like when I did first schedule this call, I was like, damn, like I want to write more, but I feel confused. I feel lost, blah, blah. But I'm not feeling lost and
yeah.
confused right now. I might feel go back to it. I think it's very easy to produce work when you're feeling good. And when you're not feeling good, it's like the hardest thing in the world. So I
So the
guess what
thing
I'm
that,
feeling stuck
if
on,
anything,
yeah.
makes you stuck is like sometimes you feel bad.
Yeah, like I go through seasons of feeling bad when it's like impossible to make progress on anything. Like,
Yeah,
and like being so I guess in my season of feeling bad it's very hard to make progress on any creative project, and then on my season of feeling
yeah,
good I get maybe if I were to, I wouldn't call it stuck, but like one thing to improve could just be like I'm interested in too many things and I'm not very devoted. I can like be very distracted.
yeah. Um, uh, okay, let me just try to make sure I ask all the questions I want to ask, and then we can dive in. So, is the primary problem this too many? Like the recurring, what is the recurring anxiety or the recurring stuckness that causes you to feel bad? Is it like there's too many things and I'm not making enough progress? Is it like there's a specific ambition that I'm not getting any closer to? Is it um, interpersonal feelings? Like the thing that I'm interested in is like what's the primary source of anxiety that you keep? running into?
Yeah, I feel like in the last year or 2 years or so, the my primary anxiety comes from like not having a long-term partner. And sometimes I
Mm,
start feeling like worried about that like a lot. And
mm,
sometimes I'm like, it's fine. It goes away. I'm right now not concerned by it, but sometimes I'm so
right.
consumed
And
by
then
it. Like
that's
I'm
related to feeling like you have too many projects and that not enough stuff is getting done and that you're not making enough progress, basically. Like somehow
it's not
this all kind of wraps up within itself.
like basically when I start feeling anxious about that, like everything else just feels meaningless, kind of. It just feels
Yeah.
like I'm behind, I'm stuck, like I need to like
Yeah.
resolve this. Otherwise, that's like it's all fucked up. Like I've lost life, like I've failed life, you know? It starts
Yeah.
feeling like that,
Okay.
which I know is not exactly what I said. And right now I'm not feeling that way, but it
If
comes and
you
goes.
it's great that you're not feeling that way right now. In fact, it makes it easier to have calls like this. So it's like if you never felt that way, let's say, um, do you feel like that would resolve most of the anxiety here, and then you would just feel like you'd just be making consistent progress, and like yeah, like there'd be ups and downs, and whatever, it's regular, but like there wouldn't be anything crippling. You'd basically be unstuck.
Right now, yeah, in this season of life, maybe in their different, yeah,
Mm,
decade, different problem, but I don't have any other anxiety. I feel like life's perfect. I have awesome friends, awesome job. I love my job,
yeah.
awesome family. Everything's perfect, except when I start crippling anxiety about this problem.
Okay, cool. So there's a bunch of things that we could talk about on the tactical side of like how do you go viral and how do you get people to respond to you and how do you improve your writing and stuff like that. Um, and we could have a more tactical call on that side of things. Um, Honestly, though, the advice is relatively straightforward. It's like I noticed that on your Twitter you only have 1,240 posts, but I
Hmm.
have 17,800 posts. And like Visa, for instance, has 250,000 posts or whatever. So like the lesson is there's this guy I really like, Matt Bateman, and at one point he tweeted like, "Wait, so all I have to do is tweet more, and then I'll gain more followers." He has 34. He has 34,000 posts now,
Oh my God.
and it's just and now he has 31,000 followers. And similarly, it's like there really is in fact just like you just have to post more, and
Okay.
that's how that's it. There's no other lesson. That's literally the only lesson. There's no more lessons. Um, so we don't need to have too long of a call on tactics. It's like literally just actually post way more. Also true on Substack, post way more. Um, the core thing has to do with the emotions. It's like, oh well, if I feel bad, I can't post more. Or like, what if I don't have enough good ideas? Or like, what if I don't like my ideas? Or what if I get anxiety when I type things into the box? It's like all that stuff is the stuff that needs to be worked through. But
Mm.
if you're feeling good, like just post way more than you're posting.
It just
It's
feels
obviously hard if you have
crazy
a
to
full time
be feel.
job, but
Yeah, I feel like I love posting and I don't even give a shit that like I get zero like consist. If you look at my things, I'm just like fucking posting for shit, like not no, and I just like a documentation part. But I love
right,
rereading my own tweets. But it just feels kind of like I feel like a crazy person to be sometimes to be. The
yeah,
critical part of me is just like, why are you shouting in the void?
that's a great question. You don't have to, but you said
No, I don't
that
have to, but I
you wanted
enjoy
more
it.
followers and all this stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. It is a good question. Why are you shouting into the void? Maybe you should tweet that. Why? Maybe that's a good post.
I just like, I don't know, I just like reading all my shit. Like I just love like
Yeah,
instead of like texting a friend. Like honestly, one of the things I express myself when I express myself on internet is because like I have too much to say and it's nice to not have one person to say it to and not it's not like a it's internet. I can do
yeah.
whatever. So that's
You
why
should
I
tweet
do
that.
it.
You should literally tweet that. It's like everything here you should tweet. And so the core thing that people fail to see is like your tweets aren't supposed to be useful. They're not supposed to be useful. They're not supposed to be insightful. They're not supposed to be helpful. They're just supposed to be what you love. You're supposed to say what you love. And if you do that, you attract people to you because you become a kind of holy person. Because it's like, oh, this person's always talking about the stuff that they love. And then all the other people who see that and want to emulate you and want to notice your virtue, they'll follow you, even if they don't love the same things you love, because they see that you love it. and
Mm.
that's the part that attracts them. It's that you love it and you care about it. And so it's like the thing that you're supposed to be doing on Twitter is that you're supposed to be getting as much value as possible. It's not about other people. It's not about helping other people. It's just about you and helping yourself. The more that you help yourself just by tweeting as much as possible, and the more people will like you. It's very
Why do
like
you tweet?
self feedback loop. I think that it's possible to create a golden age for humanity by coordinating everybody toward building like the kingdom of heaven on earth, basically. And so I tweet because I think that that's possible. And then the other reasons that I tweet are like more mundane. It's like I tweet because it's a really good way to find a bunch of people in my life, to make friends, to find business partners. Um, I tweet because I want people to know what I'm up to, and it's really low effort way to tell people what I'm up to because I'm really bad about status updates and documentation. So it's kind of just like an active rolling log of what's going on. Um, I tweet because I basically think that my life's really good, and I feel like other people should know that it's possible to live a really good life, and it's possible to like build that. My life was not very good when I started tweeting, compared to how good it is now, and I just kept making it better. And I feel like I tweet partially to just like keep telling the story of like, hey, it's possible for to just keep making your life better over time. Um, but I don't think you need like a good reason, except a reason that makes you happy. For me, it's like I don't know. I just like it. At the end of the day, that's the reason that I tweet. Is I like tweeting. I like when people on Twitter respond. Some seasons I don't like tweeting, and so I don't tweet very much. And that's why I'm not very famous on Twitter. It's just like I don't like Twitter as much as Visa likes Twitter. I only have 17,000 posts, but Visa has 300,000 or whatever. And so like that's why he's more famous. Um,
Mm.
he just likes the medium more. There's obviously like there's a different way that you can go down or a different path that has more to do with like gaming the system and learning about the algorithm and all this stuff, and you can like really engineer it. But the reason I don't recommend it is because at the end of all of that, you didn't actually do what you wanted necessarily. If you do want to
Right.
engineer the system, then that's fun, and then you should just do it. But you should still just do it more. Um,
Mm.
all the famous people who engineer the system have a lot of tweets. What
It's
else is worth noting here? Oh,
it's
go
really
ahead.
good to hear. It's really good to hear that you looked at mine and you said you only have 1,700 posts, while I have 34,000, because I thought I am crazy Twitter crack, you know. I was like, I'm just crazy person like writing all the time, and there's just my inner critic sometimes. So it's really good to hear. Like me even thinking I did so much, you're like, you didn't do half as much as you could. So it's good to hear
Yeah.
that. Very
The
reassuring.
the other thing that's worth noting is I noticed I checked your account and you seem to tweet more than you reply. That's really bad
Mm, mm,
for growing your following. So
mm,
almost all of your followers will come from replies,
mm.
and almost all of your like practicing replying is the art. Because remember, Twitter is a social media platform.
Right,
It's not. It's like your thoughts are interesting, sure, but your thoughts are part of a conversation. And
right,
so you want to connect with the network in the
right.
parts of the network that you love. And then that's how you get from like 1 to 3,000. So your first 3,000 followers or so, that's all going to come from replies, not from your tweets. Your tweets will all
Okay.
like have almost no likes, but your replies will get lots of likes and comments and stuff like that.
Mm. Do
Then
you have same?
after you have like 3,000 followers or so, then people will start like retweeting and doing your tweets too. And you'll be able to do both replies and tweets. But still, the way to grow is replies. The way to grow is always replies. Even if you're at 100,000 followers, the way to grow your following is replies and not tweets.
Mm, that makes
Tweets are
sense.
just things that you tell people, but replies
Mm,
are the way that you like get more people to follow you.
right. And do you have any idea on Substack? Would you say same or no, or you don't know?
No, Substack's more complicated. Um, but like yes, like in both cases it's just like write more, publish way more and you'll get more followers. uh they're different
Quantity over
mediums.
quality?
Well, they're the same thing. Like there's no such thing as quality that is not related with quantity. Like they're part and parcel.
Mm,
Obviously if you have AI write all your posts, then like no, not quantity over quality. But like if you are writing, the thing that is quality is the amount that you write. That's where quality comes from.
mm,
uh
makes sense.
and this is true of like most famous artists, Picasso made multiple paintings per day for like his entire career, 4 or 5 paintings per day, just like an
Mm,
insanely prolific guy. Um, and this is just true of so many artists. There's like a couple people who are insanely talented, but if you're not insanely talented, just you'll get good inevitably if you just do it more than everybody else.
mm.
Okay, then the thing that we should talk about is the blocker here also of like, let's talk a little bit about our feelings and how it gets all wrapped up. I'm interested in the, especially that you don't feel so bad right now. Like that's really good. So it makes it easier to look at this. But I'm interested in like the chain of reasoning that goes from like I'm not making progress on finding my spouse to therefore like I am behind.
Mm.
I'm curious in this like conception of behind, and also like how that causes like the despair, or how it causes a kind of loop that prevents you from wanting to do anything else.
Yeah. I actually realized very recently that I like feel sad about it a lot, but I actually never go on dates because previously, when I was so, okay, what causes it first is like the age composition. Like as soon as like it's my birthday, or like when it like the age thing somehow is like there's like some kind of milestone where it like rings in my head of like okay 27, 28, 20, like the age
Sure.
really like so birthdays are triggers, or like like seeing like really close friends get married is a trigger. So those are triggers. And then I think what makes me feel shitty about it is I think I start feeling like, like the less like, and also the assumption that as you get older, there are less fishes, or like more, the good ones are taken, or like most people meet their partners when they're like younger or whatever, like all these like assumptions. So like age is
Yep.
definitely a trigger, and like all of these like assumptions are triggers. And yeah, and then I just like if I go on dates, like I feel like I feel like damn, I'm like really good at making friends. I have like a million friends. Like I'm really really good at connecting like platonically, or like in a non-romantic setting. But as soon as there's like a romantic expectation, or like I go on a date per se, then I'm like, oh God, like this sucks, because I feel like I don't know, I get in my head about it. And I recently realized that actually I was not even like giving it a fair shot. Like I wasn't even going on dates. Like there's this really good essay by like Catherine where it's like you get stuck in the agency when you first encountered the problem. And like I was in long-term relationships. Like when I was 17, I got in a 5-year relationship, and then I was immediately in a 2-year relationship. So I think I had to discover like dating as like as a 28, 7, 8 year old, like for the first time, like especially in America. I grew up in India, so like I have to like figure out all these like nuances and complicated things of like what do I want, what do I like I didn't know all of the shit that I had to like go through. I also have a meeting, so I have to drop in like soon, but um those are my thoughts, I guess, that makes me like get fucked up in those circles where I'm like I feel like I'm gonna die alone. Like I'm like, damn, I fucked up. Like I should have not
Mm.
been in that 5-year relationship. I should have not been in that 2-year relationship. I should have explored, and now my exploring days are behind me or whatever. That's what makes me feel shitty.
Mm. Well, if it's helpful, I know you have to go, but if it's helpful, I was in a 2 year relationship when I was 14. And then once I was like 16 and a half, I got into a 5.5 year relationship. And then we broke up like horrifically, like really, really tragic. She really broke my heart. And then I was depressed for like 8 months, maybe 9 months. And then I met my wife,
Yeah, I
and
know
so
Priya.
and now we're married. Um,
Yeah.
so I think there is some like the fact that you know how to be in long term relationships is actually much more important than the fact that you know how to date. I don't. I never dated. I've never dated. I just don't. I don't even know what that means. I've just fallen in love with people,
Yeah.
and then I married the one that I fell in love with. And so
Oh,
I think it's like okay, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna figure it out. Like your body
yeah.
knows how to do this. You know how to fall in love. You're gonna fall in love. If you fall in
Yeah.
love, you're gonna know what to do. But yeah, it's really scary. Okay, I'll let you
It's
go.
scary. Yeah, but thank you so much for
But
talking.
like,
I'll like reach out again, and
yeah,
then we can talk more. But I really
my
appreciate you taking
overall
out time to talk.
recommendation is courage. Just have courage. You're not stuck. You're doing the right thing. It sounds like you're gonna get married. It sounds like you know how to be in long term relationships. It sounds like you know how to write. It sounds like you have a good job. Like I don't think you're stuck. Maybe
Oh,
surround yourself with people who are more ambitious. Might be very helpful because like
yeah. That's a good one.
knowing that these are normal feelings that you stumble across on the road and that your companions are there to help you might be helpful.
Thank you. That's really helpful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.